there is cruel and sadistic. Something that ugly doesn't deserve to be in this world anymore. We'll find you, but I have to try.
Where are you?
Away.
Like the background.
Thank you. There you are. What's going on, man? How are you? Jeff in Vegas.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks for talking to me about your movie, Alice Fades Away.
No problem at all. My
Almost
pleasure.
sounds like a song title more than a movie title.
yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, we went through a bunch of titles before we kind of landed on that one. So,
Well, fantastic drama, thriller. I have to admit, a little slow in the beginning, but it's so worth the payoff. I mean, wow. I was like, no way. I mean, it has a lot of reasons why it builds up everything, so it was, you have a great payoff. So it was worth it. Totally worth it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well, your character, Alice, she returns home, but she has a secret and it follows her, doesn't it?
Sure does. Yeah.
And with that secret, she arrives at her uncle's house. And these people are like the land of misfit toys, lost to forgotten borders. So your characters, they have such pain and grief that you write with.
Yeah. It was, that time period, PTSD was kind of still in the early stages of being diagnosed. And so we thought it'd be kind of interesting to tackle that idea of, these people that have been wounded and are grieving in some way, whether it's from the war or something else. And this farm is kind of the only place where they can all live their lives peacefully until Alice arrives and kind of disrupts the entire thing.
And she's voted on the island too. I love that. If she can stay or not, everyone in the house has to say so. And your story is told in a given week, and it's like a daily affirmation. It's almost like a journal, like Logan's journal.
Yeah, that's true. We thought that that could help just with, keep the narrative on track, because the movie's very fragmented. There's a lot of flashbacks, and I just thought that might help kind of stay the course for the audience. They can kind of latch onto something to move the movie forward. And, it starts on Sunday, at the car when she leaves, and then it ends on Sunday when she arrives. So it felt like it had kind of a circular storyline to it that I was really interested in. And it just works as a nod to The Shining, which is always, a plus.
Absolutely. Well, I went to film school once upon a time, and I remember taking screenwriting courses, and they were always saying that flashbacks are forbidden, because they're very tricky. So you started with yours. Sometimes, they kind of, is it our imagination or is it really happening? Sometimes there was kind of like, it seemed like it was like The Shining. It seemed very kind of supernatural at times.
Yeah. Again, all by design. I mean, it was, it's a dreamlike film. So we wanted to kind of play into that idea of, her being haunted by these memories that can warp over time and turn into something else entirely. Yeah, it's interesting, the thing about flashbacks is, what they say not to use it, but then every great filmmaker does it and knocks it out of the park. So not like I'm one of them, but like, you can do anything that you want in film, and some people will like it and some people won't. It's all how you use that tool.
And Ashley Shelton, she's great as Alice. I mean, as a filmmaker, finding your Alice, was it a difficult journey to find your lead role for the movie?
Yeah, we looked at a lot of people, and she read for it, and just instantly I knew that she was right for the part, and she championed hard for it. She really, really wanted it. And, she just connected with the character so much, and it came through in the audition that, as soon as I saw it, it was, without a doubt, it was her in the part.
And with a little part that he had in your movie, William Sadler, well, he's so awesome. I just kept thinking of Die Hard 2 when I saw him. But, like I said, he wasn't in your movie very long, but when he was in it, he just knocked it out of the park.
Well, that was what we kind of pitched him on, the idea of like kind of this presence that looms over the film. And I think that's like what he is in the movie. He's the big baddie in a way, but not necessarily. But it was really fun working with him, because you know, he just tells you stories about Die Hard and The Shawshank Redemption. And it's
Oh,
hey, let's
awesome.
stop what we're doing, everyone. I can listen to the story. So,
Behind the scenes, you should have taped that so we could all watch it.
I know. I turn the camera on and let's get this. So that was fun.
So was it difficult to recreate rural life in the 1950s? Because I was watching. I mean, it looked pretty authentic. You know, it was pretty amazing set design and the production design and the costumes. You really felt you were back in that time.
Yeah, I mean, we only had to take out like a few like light switches digitally that were just obviously too modern. But for the most part, those were the places that we found, and we just used them as they were, you know, with minor set decoration. But that's the great thing about Massachusetts. It's very steeped in that history anyway, those farmhouses. And, you know, and then the Crane estate was just where William Sadler's kind of his lair. That was, as it was how we were filming in it, because it's just so beautiful that why even bother touching it, you know, at that point.
I just love the shot you had of the man under the tree, that extreme long shot. She was looking out the window and the fog or whatever. I mean, was that all natural, or was that, did you digitally do anything to that? Because that looked spectacular.
Yeah, that's all natural. Yeah, we got so lucky with that on that day. Yeah, just a fog rolled in and we just filmed in it literally all day. It just sat there. And we couldn't have been luckier, especially for that scene, because it's such an ominous scene anyway. So you have a fog rolling in behind the main villain of the story. It's just like, you know, it's a gift that you can't replicate anywhere.
But it sends chills. I'm telling you, it sends chills with that scene. And as the screenwriter of the film, Holden, now my favorite actor in the world is William Holden. So when I meet people who use the word Holden or the name Holden, it's either William Holden, the actor, or Holden Caulfield from Catcher in the Rye. So.
Well, I love William Holden for sure. I hadn't even thought about that, but it was actually more for Judge Holden and Blood Meridian, the Cormac McCarthy book. That was kind of like, you know, because that character, he kind of represents death and chaos in that book. You know, he comes in and he just throws everyone for a loop with just the things that he's doing. And so I, you know, tried to bring a little bit of that to that character in Alice, but also giving him a backstory and a reason for doing what he's doing. But in a way, he kind of is, you know, death incarnate, arriving on the farm, judging all these people for, you know, having escaped, you know, their traumas from, you know, in the past, whether it's from the war or whatever. He's there now punishing everyone. And so he had fun playing that part.
And as a first-time filmmaker, what was your first shot on the first day, and what was the last shot on the last day for Alice Fades Away?
Oh man, okay, I remember. The first shot was Ashley and Paxton when they arrived to the apartment earlier on in the film, like in the flashback, and so it's just like a following shot, like the camera leading them as they're walking, and then they kind of look up to the apartment. That was the first shot. We laid down track and did that. And then the last shot was a pickup of, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a pickup of a body later on.
Okay, yeah. That's cool. Well, man, congratulations. What an exciting feature. I mean, I think you have a great eye and great mood, great atmosphere in this movie. And it's on video on demand February 16th. So you can find it on Google and Amazon, anywhere where VOD is sold, I like to say. And good luck with the film. And let's talk again soon.
Awesome. Thank you.